Welcome to Bums on Seats, where top marketers answer our questions about the marketing landscape. But we'd love to know what questions you'd ask. Just click on the link to give us your questions. Now here's our latest episode. Fast forwarding a number of years now, you're a pretty senior marketer and you're still ambitious and you want to become a marketing director or head of marketing, whatever. So many titles for that role pretty much. What are the key things you need to work on, and how are you going to make that final step? What do you see as the key differences, and how do you display those differences?
I think the hardest thing as you move up and you take more people into your team is actually people management. It's very easy to motivate yourself and to be driven and critique yourself, but actually to do that to other people and understand that they have different viewpoints and different ways of working, and you need to understand those as well. I think people management is probably the biggest thing you need to learn and the biggest change you'll see as you go up. And it is letting go and trusting, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I think there's a number of things you have to think about. I think one thing is clearly that as you become more senior, the accountability increases all the time. So I think being, wanting to take this ownership and accountability and being responsible for maybe, some of the commercial metrics is definitely the kind of things that you need to think about.
Marketeers need to be obsessed by the future and try and bring that sort of understanding of the future into the organisation they work at, focusing more on kind of the bigger picture and the strategic issues facing your business and how marketing can add value to that.
Parts of the business, I think you can really start telling the difference between the people who will become great specialists and will keep operating within their area, and the other ones who have an ability to think more broadly about what's good for the business or not.
I think you need to look beyond your job. So obviously you need to perform your day job to a really good standard, but actually to take that next level, you should be looking at things holistically and feeding those ideas up into senior management. Again, being brave and being bold and taking that risk and not always saying yes. I would say, don't be afraid to kind of go against the norm or ask some questions and really push it. Think holistically, think outside your box and your particular role.
I think a lot of it is around developing a few core competencies that's kind of really, really important. So for me, one of it's around kind of the development to actually take charge and be proactive and lead in that way. So before you get to being a marketing director or as a head of marketing, you've got to almost be doing that role elsewhere and be leading your own agenda and being really clear about actually this is what I want to do. It's different in different hierarchies of organisations, and it can be quite challenging. But it is about turning around and saying, this is what I'm bringing to the table. This is what I think we should be doing, and actually kind of leading. Second, I think it's really good to be a good communicator. And part of that is actually those communication skills, whether it's presentation, whether it's kind of being able to to present to boards and to to stakeholders internally. I think that's really important. Actually having your own, don't be afraid not to have your own style. I think everyone's different.